Hello YouTube, how are you all? I hope you're all looking after yourselves and keeping well. Welcome back to another adventure with me, Rambling Rachel, and on this video you'll also see my friend Steph from Endurance Adventures. I am back in the glorious Peak District, to be more precise, Ilam, in the Staffordshire side of the National Park, and we will be completing a 35-mile trail called the Peak Pilgrimage, starting here at this church in Ilam, and we'll be spending about 3 days walking up through the valleys all the way up to Eyam. We'll be collecting stamps and stickers from each church, which is in our guidebooks. It also acts as a bit of a passport to collect little mementos along the way. So yes, wish us luck, join us for the journey, and I hope you enjoy this one. It's time to rock up and ramble. We're now leaving Eyam and we're heading to the well-known Dovedale steps. That's it. Yeah, I've been there before. It's a bit of a tourist hotspot, but it's early in the morning, so hopefully we will make our river crossing without any incidents. How are you feeling, Steph?
Good, yeah.
Yeah?
Positive.
Looking forward to the next 3 days of walking in the Peak District?
Definitely, it's going to be lovely.
Excellent. Right, are we going up those steps?
We are.
All right.
I'll put you guys away. I'll see you in a bit. We've reached the well-known Dovedale stepping stones, and if you watch my video on this section that I did about 2 years ago with my friend Rachel S, we got so fed up of waiting to cross these stones, we took our boots and socks off and just walked across. The water was only up to about knee high, so it wasn't too bad. Then when we crossed, we realised we didn't need to. We had to stay on the other side anyway, which was quite funny. And then all we did was came back across on the stepping stones like a pair of wallies. But this place, sometimes you do have to queue to get over the stepping stones. It is that popular. When you walk over the Dovedale stepping stones, obviously be careful, but look at the detail in the stone themselves. You will see hundreds, if not thousands, of tiny little fossils. Now, I couldn't really stop and take a photo because I had a queue of people behind me, but they are there and they are pretty cool. We've reached the point on the trail where we've reached Dovedale Holes. Now, I've been here a few times before and they've always been crammed full of people, but somehow we've managed to get here and it's very quiet. So I'm going to take you around and have a little look inside. It's almost like a staircase. You could climb up into that, couldn't you? If you're feeling nimble. Are you feeling nimble? No. Not at all. Unfortunately, people have left their rubbish tucked in these little holes, which is quite sad to see. Leave no trace, people, leave no trace. The thing is with limestone, it is really slippery rock surface to walk on, so you have to watch your step. Even when it's dry, it's still quite a hazard. Just got to be mindful, and that's why this side of the Peak District is called the White Peaks, because of the white limestone. If you go to the other side of the Peak District, it's called Dark Peaks because it's predominantly gritstone. I don't know about you, but I find gritstone much more grippy and I'm much more confident at walking on that. That was good fun. I enjoyed that, and it wasn't swarming with people. And considering it's 12:30 in the afternoon, that's not bad going. Right, let's carry on. Here we go, folks. We've made it to Milldale, a lovely place to stop. There's a point where you can fill up your water bottles just behind me, a shelter, a free public toilet and a takeaway cafe, and also our second stamp is here as well. And this is where we're going to have our lunch break. Woohoo! Feeling pretty good so far. Disaster has struck. I decided to take my boots and socks off so I could dip my feet in the water, and I've got a hole in my sock. It's really quite impressive. There you go, Salomon socks for you. Less than a year old. I don't know. Church number 2, Milldale Methodist Church. This is where we get our second stamp and our second sticker. It's a very small, quaint little chapel, but it is very lovely. And there's our box file in the corner there. On leaving the Methodist Church, you continue upwards on the gravel track towards our next feature, Alstonefield village. That's where we get our next stamp and sticker from the church there. If memory serves me right, I think it's called St. Peter's Church, but it's been a while ago since I was last there. And it is a bit of a steep one getting out of Milldale, but yeah, first time I've turned beetroot today. Huffing and puffing all the way, but it's not too far actually. I can see the tops of the houses and the buildings slowly coming into view now. And breathe. This is St. Peter's in Alstonefield. Self-service refreshments. That's a winner, isn't it? Looking forward to having a look around in here. Now at St. Peter's in Alstonefield, and we've got a purple stamp. Let's put that on there. Voila. Sticker goes in here. Pop that in the book. And our quote is from Matthew chapter 7 verse 24. Everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. Excellent. That's number 3. Our next stamp and sticker will be at Hartington. Did I say that right? There we go. I keep wanting to say Harlington, but it's not. It's Hartington. The George, which is the only pub in this village, is closed on Mondays. Sad times. No light refreshment for us. But in Hartington, there are a couple of pubs there, so maybe we will get that cheeky half at some point. We are rather hot and sweaty, and we have made it to the lovely little village of Harlington. No, it's not Harlington. I can't say it. Hartington. And as you come into the village, you're greeted by public toilets, free ones, and a lovely cafe that's not open on a Monday, but is open every other day of the week till 4:30 in the afternoon. So don't start your trail on a Monday. Everything's closed. So we're going to go and look for our 4th stamp and sticker, find the church, and then try and find a pub that's open, keeping our fingers crossed. Yes. Is it open?
Well, there are people sitting outside.
That's promising.
Is that pub open? That's the pub.
These ladies have said the pub's open.
It looks open.
Good.
Okay.
That's reassuring. I fancy a half a shandy.
Well, they're all sitting outside.
Oh, good.
Looking around.
That's welcome news. Thank you. We have a very nice antique post box. It's a good looking one. In Hartington we have the Charles Cotton Hotel. That looks like a good ale house somewhere. Let's be honest, it won't be a half and it won't be a shandy. What's this one called? The Devonshire Arms. That looks all right. We are now at St Giles Church in Hartington. See, I can say it right. And over here is our little pilgrimage box where we get our next stamp and sticker. It's quite a big church actually. It's very nice, very spacious. Let me turn you around and show you the altar. The trouble is you can never really get a full appreciation of the stained glass windows from a phone. They just don't pick up the light properly. If I do take a photo and it comes out, I'll stick it on the screen now, but yeah, what a lovely church. So Hartington is usually where the first stage ends for day 1 on the peak pilgrimage. We were going to stay at the YHA here, but it's all fully booked. So we're going to carry on towards the village of Biggin and stay at a campsite there. So we do come slightly off trail, but not a huge amount. But that's okay. And I think we've done about 9.5 miles today, but there was quite a lot of undulation. But it was good. It's good exercise and movement for us. So yes, this is a lovely place where we really finished today's trail. And I'll actually show you some of the frescoes on the walls, pre-Reformation artwork. It's just a shame that they went a bit mad in the Reformation and painted over everything. But there we go. So after all that, we finally found a pub that's open, the Devonshire Arms, yeah, in Hartington. And as I said, just a quick half a shandy. Cheers. Cheers. She's also got a half a shandy as well. Oh. We left Hartington about 15 minutes ago and followed this rocky track behind us, and on the left is a footpath that continues on the peak pilgrimage. But I did say we are actually leaving this just to get to our campsite, so our campsite is down this track, and we'll come back in the morning and pick up the trail where we left off, give or take a few footpaths here and there if we're really honest. So yes, that's where we would carry on over to Heathcote tomorrow, and then on to the Tissington Trail for a section, and then on and beyond to Bakewell. But I'll tell you more about that in part 2 when we get to it. So yeah, this little stretch between these two villages is quite pleasant. There's no traffic on this little track, which makes it a lot easier as well. And the views really open up over Axmore. Right, I'll come back to you in a bit when I've settled into the campsite and I know what I'm doing for the rest of the evening. We've made it to the Waterloo Inn in Biggin. That's the establishment behind us, a lovely ale house and campsite. There's always a car that has to drive past when I'm talking, but I'm not doing it again. So yes, it's time to pitch up and get the wigwams out. Wigwam time! We have the Nightcat trekking pole tent. Thank you very much, Nightcat, for sending this to me. It's my first time putting up this tent. I didn't try it in my garden first, which I would normally advise people to do, but I had a good feeling about it. There was enough poles, enough guy lines for everything, and yeah, it was easy to pitch. Probably took me just under 10 minutes, so I'm really happy with that. There we go, the BRS stove in full swing. Look at it go! And steps on the old jet boil. Oh hey! we're camped up at the Waterloo Inn. It is raining. I haven't really got much more to say, but I'll see you in the morning for day 2, where we head towards Bakewell, and we'll be doing a large chunk along the Tissington Trail, the old dismantled railway line. Right, good night everyone, take care, look after yourselves, and I'll see you on another one very soon. Rock up and ramble. I can hear you laughing over there. Every time I say that, it gets cheesier and cheesier.